contest, it'll kind of motivate you to try it out
Absolutely.
quicker than you normally
So
would.
question on Reddit, can we put in a word to them to maybe think about a daily planner? I've sent them my thoughts on it, but maybe you've heard something from them.
A daily planner, I wouldn't get your hopes up.
No.
Daily planners don't sell well.
There are daily planners by Quo Vadis, which is their sister brand. But the only Rhodia planners they have are the weekly planners.
Weekly planner, which has days on it, you know. But if you're talking about a true daily planner where it's 1 page per day, I really wouldn't be hopeful. In fact, they're not even doing the academic version of the Rhodia planner anymore.
Did you confirm that? Like absolutely confirm, or was it just?
No, didn't absolutely confirm it.
By the way, we accidentally got a bunch of academic planners from last year. So
2010 to 2011, so it's good for like 6 more months. Not even.
No, like
3 months.
Yeah, I guess I should lower the price some more. But if you want to steal and you just want to try out what the planner would be like before grabbing, you know, paying the full price for next year, if you just want to test out the
or if you want to use it as some other sketch
test out the format, test out the paper. You know, we have a whole bunch. Actually, you can see them all sitting up there in the bookcase behind us.
Yeah. So let me clarify about the whole Rhodia academic thing. Basically what happened is we saw that they had listed, you know, academic planners on their site.
The B2B site.
From Exiclair. And so we bought some, thinking that they were going to be available. I thought it was a little early, but I was like, okay, well, they have them up early.
No, I feel like we ordered like April of last year.
That's true. I forget it's April. I keep thinking it's like February.
I keep thinking it's March.
Yeah.
But anyway. Well, come to find out, we got 2010, 2011, and there was a glitch on their site. So we're like, great, what do we do with these? And they're like, well, we don't want them back. We can't sell them. We're like, okay, well.
So now we have them. But anyway, what it comes down to is I emailed and I said, well, when are the other academics going to be available? And I thought I read they're not going to be making academic versions of the Rhodia planners. And I'm guessing if they still have academic versions from 2010, that they probably didn't sell that well, and they may not be making them for this year. So,
someone asked about the status of the Habanas. That's a great question.
We're waiting.
As they were supposed to be ready this week, I inquired yesterday, and they said they would have word later in the week. So I believe they're in the U.S., and they're in like the Quo Vadis factory getting the final touches, like, you know, the pocket sewn on and like all that sort of, the elastic and, you know, all the like finishing touches. So I believe they're in the U.S. now, so it's just a matter of getting them ready for distribution. So your question is, has anyone tried it? No, because they have not been released yet. No one has had them yet.
Yeah.
Any word yet on the Rhodia off-white paper? That's coming in May.
Yeah.
Those are
the
premium notepads and the dot webbies and all that.
I'm excited about those.
They're coming in May. I don't know when in May. I just know it's May. Any comments about the new Sailor inks? We literally just got them.
We literally got them today.
8 hours ago, maybe.
Yeah.
6 hours ago.
I have not had time to play with them yet.
Have you swapped them yet? Like,
I haven't.
Just for you, other than like what's on.
We started doing samples of them, and I didn't get to do swabs. I was going to offer, if you got some stuff to talk about, I can actually work on doing some swabs right now.
I don't know if I do.
Or I'm not good at multitasking, so I can kind of talk and swab at the same time.
What inks are behind us? These are the new Sailor
That's the new
inks.
Sailor stuff. Yeah.
There's the 6 new colors, and then we also got the Nano Blacken. That's what those are.
And just to clarify, these are not seasonal inks. These are not limited edition inks. These are going to be regular Sailor Gentle inks that should be regularly offered. Now, I don't know how many they've stocked up to begin with. There's usually, whenever there's a new inks announced, there's usually a run on them, and then it takes a little while for them to start becoming truly regularly available.
There you go.
So we'll see. We kind of stocked up.
Yes, I do have legs. I am a whole person.
When are samples available?
They're available now.
Right now.
I don't have the swabs up yet, but they're there. If you click on ink samples, you'll see them. About the contrast color, I think those were just. Did you answer that? I think they were just in the limited edition, the seasonal inks. I don't know, but we haven't tried these yet.
Do the what? What are they asking? Sorry.
Shimmer. We don't know yet.
I think they do. I think some of them do, because when I was spilling them on the table and on my hands,
you detected the shimmer?
I detected some shimmer.
Well, we'll
on a couple of them.
We'll let you know.
We'll have more about that. I really wanted to try them and be not educated, but at least have an impression of them for this broadcast, and I just wasn't able to swing it because they
Has
came kind of
anyone
late.
tried the Noodler's Russian series? We haven't yet because we haven't had our hands on them, but we're working with them to see if we can get our hands on them. No,
Yeah.
no official word. We're working on
We're
it.
trying to work on it, but Nathan's got a lot on his plate.
Honestly,
he's
I'd
having a
rather-
hard time keeping regular inks in stock.
Well, I'd rather him get the regular inks in stock and rather him get some flex pens out before we bug him about
Yeah.
getting the Russians. Is anyone suspicious some of these Sailor inks may be former limited edition releases? If they are, does it matter?
I don't know.
Unless you paid a premium for a limited edition, I don't know. Yeah, a
If
lot
they
of
were-
a lot of the Noodler's Russian inks are pink with purple.
Yeah.
Did you miss the announcement of likely time on Noodler's Flex pens? We're hoping next
Couple of
week.
weeks.
Hoping next week, maybe the
Maybe.
week after. It's
We don't have a
supposed-
definite date.
It's supposed to be soon. Like, Nathan's working on them, and they're supposed to go to the distributor very soon.
Yeah. Nathan's still heat setting every single one of these nibs himself. That's the holdup. And part of the reason it's taking longer to get these, it's been a couple of months since any have been available anywhere.
It's been, we had our last batch, I think, about the third week of January.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like January
2.5 months.
20-something.
Yeah. So it's been a while, but you know, he's having a hard time finding anybody that can heat set those nibs like he can. You know.
Not having tried a Noodler's Flex, how flexy are they? Wet noodle flexy. Not wet noodle
They're not
flexy,
wet noodle.
but they're more than semi-flex. They're
They're
regular
flex, yeah,
flex
they
pen.
flex a good amount. There's lots of video. Just do a
Not a wet
go on to
noodle.
YouTube. Go on to YouTube and look up Noodler's Flex Pen. You'll see plenty of people with writing them and doing demonstrations, and you'll see they're pretty flexible.
Oh, I
but
mentioned
it's
this.
$14.
I mentioned
I
this
mean,
last week, but we didn't show it. Grab a bottle of the Borealis Black.
oh yeah.
Since we're thinking about Noodlers and pens and all that.
Okay.
So this is the latest Noodler's eyedropper pen. I think slowly but surely the preppies are getting replaced by the the Noodler's eyedropper pen. So in the Borealis Black, we discovered green and blue.
There's more
Noodler's-
green than blue.
Yeah, there are
We
Noodler's
found like one
eyedropper
or two
pens.
blue.
So pretty cool. Any plans for a Vanishing Point demo video?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
That'll be coming in the next week or so.
Yes, absolutely. We got a lot of videos lately.
Does it have more flex than the Namiki Falcon? The Falcon is like a
I think it does have more flex than a Falcon.
the Falcon is a
the Falcon's a nicer pen for sure. I mean,
I'd say it's more than a semi-flex. Like it's considered a flex pen, but
the Noodler's pen definitely flexes
Oh, yeah.
broader than the Falcon does.
You read somewhere the Lexington Gray had a Noodler's pen too. Found any? No. Lexington Gray currently does not come with any pens.
Nope. show
And
you.
we just restocked, and it still if they were to have pens, they'd probably raise the price.
Just grabbed it off the shelf.
And we just restocked, like
Trying not to tear open the top of the box.
today.
No, we got 3 ounce in today.
I know. We got a bunch of stuff in today. No pen.
No pen. So you got a bad source there on that one.
Yeah, the Falcon is referred to as soft. You have like soft fine, soft medium.
Yeah, the
soft
Falcon
broad.
flexes. It definitely flexes. There's some pens that I would say have a soft writing feel to them that don't have a lot of variation in the writing, line variation. But the Namiki Falcon definitely has line variation.
Oh, I missed the question. The person asking about the video is going to ask. They're interested. They don't know how to refill it. And someone says you take the nib and feed unit out of the VP and refill it that way.
Right. Yeah. I'll
Is
be
it-
doing a video on that for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Is Lexington Gray a popular color? It seems pretty cool and popular with artists. It's definitely our most popular gray, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's bulletproof.
Well, that's the biggest selling point for
It's
Lexington
gray and it's bulletproof.
Well, it's a good hardy gray too. A lot of the grays across different brands are kind of washed out looking.
yeah.
But it's a nice dark gray. It's not black, but it's definitely a full gray.
Yeah, it's not like one
But
of
you
these,
can
like,
actually
weird
read
green
it.
or
You can
weird-
actually see what's going on with it.
Yeah, graphite is nice too. The diamond
Graphite is another good one. They're close to the same color, graphite and Lexington Gray. Lexington Gray might be a little bit darker, a little more saturated
Yeah,
color.
that's right. We did have
than
Lexington
graphite.
Gray in the January ink drop.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, some of the grays have a hint of green.
Yeah.
Question: how do you clean the Noodler's eyedropper pen? Do you just soak it in water?
Yeah, pretty much. Or do the bulb trick like I did in my video.
The
The ear bulb syringe.
boogie sucker.
Yeah.
For babies.
That works great.
Yeah, watch the bulb video. Bulb trick is best.
It's awesome.
That's if you go to
I use it
if
for
you,
like every pen.
if you go to Ink Nouveau and go to the videos and the tips and tricks, you'll see it there.
I think it's the first tips and tricks video.
Maybe.
Cleaning with a bulb syringe. Or a bulb
Yeah,
glass.
baby snot suckers. Boogie suckers, as I call them. Brian, do you sell any converters that will work in a Waterman CF?
don't carry Waterman.
Waterman, for Waterman pens, you would use Waterman converters.
Well, I've heard some Waterman pens use standard international converters. But I don't know which ones. We're not Waterman people.
Not yet.
So you'd have to ask some Waterman folks who know a little bit about that. Basically, if your converter looks the same as what we sell, there's a chance it might work. Let's see here.
What other topics do we have?
Let's see here. Isn't the CF a special converter? CF. What's a CF?
The pen, the Waterman CF.
Oh, probably. From what I understand, most of the Watermans use special converters.
People are talking about a water pick, using that to clean the pen. A lot of people like that too.
Yeah.
The other topic we had was Nathan coming up on right time and getting some questions.
Yeah, Nathan offered to come up.
He's only going to be able to be on for like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, because he's not going to be on very long, I want to try to get questions ahead of time and ask him the most important things. And honestly, I may only ask him one question and he'll kind of go on. Because if you've seen his videos, he can...
We've talked to him on the phone.
I mean, he's got so much knowledge stored up in his head.
I know.
I almost don't even know what questions to ask.
He asked him one question 20 minutes later,
Yeah, because like just seeing where he goes with his conversation is like, pretty fascinating. So it's like I don't know what we'll be able to ask or even what we'll talk about, if it's going to be anything planned at all.
There are two quick questions I want to cover. Can you put the Lamy Gold Nib on a Safari or All-Star? Yes. They're all interchangeable. The gold nibs are not available separately through us, but if you really want to buy gold separately, you can get it through LamyUSA.com.
Yeah, they don't sell just gold nibs directly through any retailer, because the markup would be so high. There's just not. Gold is very expensive right now, and to keep the price, reasonable at all, they sell them directly.
I guess these are questions for Nathan. What the new colors are going to be? Will there be a blue black swan? Not a blue black, but a blue black swan.
I'm hoping so. I never know. We never know what's going to come up.
No, that's a question for him.
Oh, about a blue. That's what we thought Australia
we thought
English
he was
Roses was going to be.
We thought he was developing a blue black swan.
Yeah. So I can't speak to whether or not that's going to happen.
Question: too much flow on the Noodler's Flex. Suggestion on slowing ink flow.
Try pulling the feed out of the pen just a little bit.
Or push the nib further in.
That might make that'll make less of a difference. It's more about the feed. The further you have the feed stuck in the pen, the wetter it's going to be. So that if you pull it out a little bit, it's going to decrease your flex a little bit, but it'll help your flow. And I plan to do a video on that too. I tried to film it, and I wasn't able to just get a good rhythm going on the video for anything that made any kind of sense. So I'm going to try filming that again, on how to adjust or tweak your Noodler's Flex pen with writing it. So that's another thing I have on my list.
Someone said the feed in too far stops the flow. Yeah, it's in too far.
That's kind of what I found when I tried to film the video. Is I tried to find a scientific way to say, if you do this, then your ink will act like this. But every ink I tried was different, and honestly, I just kind of had to fiddle fart around with it until I could get it to work.
Yeah.
So just take it and slide it in and out, and move the feed, move the nib, and change it and move it and all that until you get something that works.
There you go.
Which, if you're kind of like me and you like
yes, fiddle fart.
And if you like to change your ink every single time you fill your pen, it's going to drive you crazy, because you're going to be fiddle farting around all the time with that Flex pen, because every ink is kind of a little bit different.
Grandparent term. Using fiddle fart? Huh.
Hey, we do sell fountain pens for a living, so maybe we have some grandparents inside of us.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Are you just saying we're old souls?
Yeah, we're old souls. We say a lot of weird things. We really do.
I don't want to repeat them.
We do.
All.
Like finagle.
We use finagle
a lot. We use the word finagle a lot.
Especially when you pack.
Yeah. Finagling,
Where might one get replacement number 2 nibs for the Noodler's pens?
You can get them. A lot of vintage pens use number 2 nibs. If you ever go to a pen show, you'll see number 2 nibs, you'll practically be tripping over them as you're walking over the show.
Can the rollerball tip that comes with Bay State Blue be cleaned? Mine seems clogged.
Nathan has a video on that. Go to Ink Need Last Forever. I'll show you. Ink
On YouTube.
Need Last Forever. That's Nathan's channel.
On YouTube.
And he's got a video. Which video is that in? I think it's in the Bay State video, Bay State Blue video. You can take it out. I actually have a video on how to replace that rollerball nib on the Nib Creeper Noodlers rollerball pen. You can just pretty much pull it out of there, and you soak the feed. You can soak it in a bleach water solution. That helps, or just regular water. That'll help to clear up a
And you
little
can get
bit too.
replacement rollerball tips too,
Yeah.
if you need to. Especially if you've been using a very highly
Highly saturated ink, or if it's
saturated
been
staining.
sitting for a really long time, it's really kind of dried out. Maybe easier just to replace it. So that is some bizarre name for a channel. Well, Nathan's thing is all about creating ink that lasts forever. He doesn't have ink that's laser proof after all. So okay. So what else did we want to talk about here? I promise you guys, I'm going to get the swabs up tonight. Maybe I shouldn't promise that,
No.
because anything could happen.
No.
I'm going to work as hard as I
Dude,
can.
You might get the swabs done. And you have to color just them. I have to put them on the web. Don't commit to anything.
No, I'll put them up on the blog if nothing
Oh,
else.
on the blog.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try to get these sailor swabs done like ASAP, but I just got them in, so
Yeah, by the weekend, no doubt.
See, I don't like to give loose-ended deadlines like that. I'm like, tonight, let's do it.
We also have to take
Rachel's rolling her eyes.
pictures of.
We have a lot of other things. I have a lot of other things I need to
We
do.
have to take pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Brian, last
Okay.
week when you were talking about the pilot converters,
You remembered seeing something familiar. You came back later with a P-51 arrow that belonged to your grandmother. Okay.
what?
I'm a little confused by that statement. Email me if it's something that is completely off topic here. Let's see here. What else do we need to talk about here? Is there anything else we had to cover? Oh, I've got some of the videos that I did this week. Let's see here. I have another video that I need to talk about with the Lamy converters. There's actually two, well, technically
There's
three Lamy converters. There's the Z24, which is the one with the red end that you're
That's
all
for the
probably
Safari,
familiar
the
with.
Vista, the All-Star,
Yeah.
the Joy.
I completely lost my train of thought. The Z26 is very similar, but a little bit different, and that's kind of what my video talks about.
That's for the studio and the accent and logo and all
It's made
that.
for the studio accent and logo in CP1.
Mhm.
But you can actually use it in the Vista Safari All-Star Joy, which really there's no benefit to doing that except in the Vista, because the Vista you can see through the pen, and it kind of looks a little nicer than the Z24.
That's coming in a video.
Yeah, that's going to be in a video. But we also found that in the accent,
Mhm.
there is a Z26
That
with-
screws in instead of push.
that's a screw thread instead of a push-on, which we weren't able to find on its own. It only comes with the pen.
I want
But the regular one would work
to
just
you have a
fine.
video, so I don't want to spend too much time on that.
Okay.
Wait, we have questions.
Okay.
In your whatever. Do we have any plans to carry the CP1 or the logo? Possibly. We'll special order anything, and if the demand's high enough, we'll carry it regularly. Do we have a Facebook page? Yep. Look for the Goulet Pen Company. You can go to facebook.com/the Goulet Pen Company and find us.
Or if you're watching,
There you go. There's a link. And we just hit
cool. Thanks.
1,000 fans last week. That was awesome.
Yeah, and if you're watching this on our blog, there's a big link to the Facebook, like right on the blog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or the little F. Oh, yeah, we can talk about that because really we're not moving along here. Edison pens.
Yeah.
A sneak peek. I do have a link. Let me show you. Guys, we got a little surprise for you here. You're getting a sneak peek of a new Edison pen.
Brian, if you want to call in and talk about this, feel free.
Crap, I don't. Where's the link?
I'm sure everybody wouldn't mind you jumping on the phone. Yeah,
Oh,
there's,
you emailed me too.
there's a new pen coming out.
I'm trying to find the link.
It's not nearly as awesome as the Premiere, but he got it. He's got a link on there.
Oh, okay. So this is a new pen that's going to be available in the near future. I'd say within a couple weeks or so. We're going to be carrying that, so it's going to be available through other retailers as well.
Yep.
And so there's a link. You can take a look at it. It comes in red, green, and shiny black. So it's a little different than what we have. All the clips are silver, and it'll be about the same price as the Premiere.
Rhodium.
Yep, it'll be a rhodium.
Mm-hmm. And I believe they're the same nibs as what's on the Premieres, right? They're number 6 nibs, I believe.
Yep, it's only the Mina that uses a different one.
Right.
So there you have it. This one is called the Hudson. And again, the price point will be similar to the Premiere. And you should be seeing that in a couple weeks from us and from whoever else decides to carry it.
Yep.
There you go, sneak peek. And for those watching the recording, we'll post a link in our recap.
Yeah. How much? It's going to be comparable to the Premiere.
Around 150.
In the 150 range.
And Brian Gray says we're looking within 2 weeks. He's thinking there will be no pre-orders. We have inventory ready to go. So once we go live, it'll go. Yes, it'll have the Edison logo nibs. All of Brian's pens now have the Edison logo nibs. Ours was the first to use it, but all of his pens have it now.
Dwight, you're asking, so basically just a different shape. Well, the different material too. So you got different color options. The clip is different.
It is still a cartridge converter fill. Yes.
And it can be converted to an eyedropper.
Yep.
So it's a different design. The size is a little different too, from what I understand.
The clip is different. This one's a little heftier, right?
I believe it's larger.
Yeah, he did.
Girthier.
He told us it's a little bigger than the Premiere.
Girthier, yeah.
What are the materials? These all are resin, and there's a red, a black, and a green. And you can see in the pictures.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. Pretty exciting. We're happy that Brian's expanding his collection a little bit here. And we'll, of course, be carrying them as well. Brian says the resin's from Italy. So good quality stuff, not cheap junk.
And for those who missed, if you scroll up, you'll see the link.
Grote says, how precious is this resin? Because you should only use the most precious.
Thanks, Tim.
Precious resin is the whole thing with Mont Blanc is precious resin.
Oh, whatever.
Which is kind of a joke sometimes.
There's the link again. Question, Brian, Brian Gray, how does it start out from a rod, like a big rod of resin that he cuts down? Yes.
I don't know. We won't answer any of that for him. I don't know how much of his process is proprietary about what he does. Okay, starts out as a sheet.
Then he cuts it down.
Cuts it down and turns it.
Stands over the pens when he makes them going like precious. I'm not going to do the voice. I can't do the voice. He takes the sheet and cuts them into square rods.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, definitely be sure if you're interested in that. If you happen to like that better than the Premiere, that's fine.
If you want both, that's cool too.
We'll be a little sad, but that's okay.
Can you order a red and black? Do you mean like red and black, or like a red one and a black one?
You can obviously order a red one and a black one.
Question, are the medium and broad Edison nibs in stock? Yes, everything is in stock, ready to go, steel and gold. So if you order, if you're talking about the Premiere or in general, if you order, it'll ship within, I think, like 1 or 2 business days. I think he ships out like 3 times a week.
Dwight, you're asking to show the process on the webcam? Well, obviously that would be him, not us. But he does. He does broadcast through Ustream where he shows his pens being made.
You can watch him during the week when he makes pens. It's pretty cool.
Brian, what's your...
Can you get one with a uranium nib?
He does a webcam, but usually by appointment. I don't think he broadcasts like every minute of the day. It'd be a little weird.
Yeah, if you inquire with him, I'm sure he could set up some time or let you know when he's broadcasting. Question, says there a gold-colored steel nib as well as a silver-colored steel Edison nib?
The only gold-colored one...
It's a two-tone.
Yeah, not on the Hudson there won't be.
No, but on the Premiers,
On the
we
Premiers,
have a gold,
on the
a
Cappuccino.
two-tone steel nib, and then the regular silver-colored steel nib.
Yeah. And you can talk to Brian about what his.
There's the link to Brian's webcam.
Yeah, there you go.
The Hudson will be all rhodium. Yep, all of them are rhodium with silver clipped
Yep.
silver nibs.
Yep.
So look
Cool.
for that soon.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys get the first sneak peek of a new pen.
Yeah. Well, and we'll post a link to this, if we can remember, we'll post a link to this on the blog when we post this video as well.
I'll open up a new window. So
Or if you're watching this on YouTube, go to our blog, inknuvo.com, and look where we posted this video, and you'll have a link
Yep,
there.
congrats to Brian for another great design.
Yeah.
We're excited to carry it soon.
Brian, you'll have to do like a lineup of all of your pens next to each other for size,
Yeah,
especially like the Premier and the Hudson and all that.
yeah.
Do a comparison. Brian, that's a good idea for you to do a video.
There you go. Video blog.
You're always looking for ideas anyway, right? You got nothing else going on.
Oh, whatever.
You got all the time in the world.
Hey, he says they're inventoried, ready to go.
Yeah, there you go.
Does he time travel?
Brian time travel and the lathe hits 88 miles per hour.
Says it looks like it has a flux capacitor on
That's
it.
funny. Oh, he's got a size comparison. Does it have the Premier on there, Brian? I'm going to check it right now.
I don't think so.
No.
Or the Mina?
Is that the Mina? No, that's not the Mina. That's
No,
the Pearl.
no, these are. I think this is an older picture.
Okay, Brian, you need a little updating on your picture here, man. You got a half decent camera. I mean, it's no Nikon, but you got a decent camera you could take that picture with. You and your tethering.
A question of where does the Premier fit on that scale? It's what,
Premier's long. I'm not
it's
gonna
long.
lie.
It's smaller than the Herald? No, bigger than the Herald, smaller than the Grande. I don't know.
It depends. The dimensions are all different, so it's
He
longer
says
than
he's
some.
calling now.
Okay, yeah.
There.
Okay, damn it. Now I'm calling.
Oh, question, do we know when we'll get glass dip pens back in stock? The answer is no, because there are some quality control issues, and we just got a batch this week, and they're not up to par. So until
don't write very
they're
well.
able to fix it, we won't be carrying them. So
We're
we're
looking
looking
out-
out for you.
We're looking out for you in this one. And it sucks, because we had a ton of them, too.
I know.
But
Not just a
they
ton,
weren't
but
good.
it's one of the few dip pens. No, we have like the brass dip pens, but there we go.
All right, let's see here. Oh, I don't know if I want to answer this. Hey, Brian.
Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, you start criticizing Canon cameras, and I'm going to call up, all right?
Are you going to brag about your tethering now?
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
Sorry, our phone ringing was loud for everybody.
Sorry.
It's the
How's the
Premier.
is the audio?
No.
Wait, is the audio okay? Everybody in the chat, is the audio okay with Brian where he is right now, or do I need to move him? And how is he?
Testing 1, 2, 3. If you guys can hear me good, let me know.
There was a question on how does
Okay,
the Premier size compare to the Schaefer Balance. I think it's pretty comparable.
Yeah, it's I don't actually own a Schaefer Balance, but I think that you'll probably find that it's in the same ballpark.
It's Brian, it's not NASDAQ.
Someone asked me about that at the LA Pen Show, and I compared it to a Schaefer Balance that I found. It's in the same ballpark.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's several different. From what I understand, there's several different versions of the balance. There were the short versions and long versions and whatever. So it depends on which version you're talking about too.
Yeah. And then a question that I get a lot is how does this compare to my Herald pen?
Mhm.
Because they're both torpedo sized. The Premier is definitely thinner. The section, the barrel, the cap, everything is thinner. Obviously there's a difference in the clip. The cap is roughly the same size, but the barrel on the Premier is definitely longer. And just so that people know, if you find the Premier to be small in your hands, the Hudson is actually going to be a little bit bigger. So the Hudson will be, just so everybody knows, I've kind of taken this departure away from custom and direct sales to non-custom production wholesale. In other words, I'm not selling them. So this Hudson won't be anything that you buy from me. One of my first retailers will be the Goulets. And it'll be available through others that have yet to be determined yet. But obviously, since we're all such big fans of the Goulets, you can buy through them, okay?
What?
And And so it'll be another, you won't have choices on custom materials unless you want to call me, and get it made direct. But of course, then it'll be a custom price.
Yep.